What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. So today I'm just getting into an update with the Ashley Elkins case. I've been covering her case and following it since it started last year. For those that are not familiar, we can just go ahead and debrief you guys on what the details were. But I'm going to be reading some court information that's going to go over her, the current case overall. I'm going to share some information, and I'm also going to play a clip just to let you know where we are as of today. Ashley Elkins is the mother of two from the Warren, Detroit area who went missing back in January of 2025. Her body has yet been found. Her ex-boyfriend is currently in custody, DeAndre Booker, who has been bound over from the district court to now circuit court. So give me 1 second so I can, let me just play this clip real quick.
Here for the family of Ashley Elkins. She hasn't been seen since January of 2025. Now a judge rules her ex-boyfriend will have to stand trial for her murder. Fox News' Charlie Langton is live from the court in Roseville with what the judge had to say about the case. Charlie.
Well, I actually don't think it's a surprise to anybody, especially the Elkins family. There's a lot of evidence here, circumstantial evidence, that it was the guy by the name of DeAndre Booker, 32 years old, the ex-boyfriend of Ashley Elkins, who allegedly committed murder. Now, the judge today gathered all the evidence after 4 days of a preliminary exam back in August. The judge compiled all the evidence and made the ruling that, yes, there is enough evidence to have a trial. Now, interesting, in this case, Ashley Elkins has never been found. Her body is gone. In fact, there are no eyewitnesses. There's no murder weapon. There's really no motive, and there's no body. Nevertheless, the judge said there was enough circumstantial evidence, including lots of blood. That blood determined to be Ashley Elkins in Booker's apartment. And then a lot of Google searches to the extent that it was very disturbing to the judge, talking about silencers and breakups and what happens to trash, that type of thing. Here's a summary of some of the judge and the prosecutor and what they had to say after the hearing.
And the volume of blood. Keep in mind, there were also in the drain Ashley Elkins' DNA. Ashley Elkins' blood was in the drain of that bathtub, along with a female earring and a bullet.
Alarming searches made by Mr. Booker prior to the disappearance of Ashley Elkins. December 15, 2024, how to make her miss you. December 16, 2024, how to make her miss you after breakup. December 22nd, 2024, gun silencer, 9mm.
But those Google searches, that doesn't help your client, does it?
It doesn't, but I mean, I pointed out at the preliminary examination, a lot of people watch these true crime shows and, Google stuff that they see. It doesn't necessarily.
So I'll pause there right here because I'm having a hard time understanding what exactly is funny. Right here, we have the lawyer of DeAndre Booker, the ex-boyfriend, Robbie Lang, who was defending him at the preliminary. And then we also have the Fox 2 News reporter. But they're just laughing it up and joking like this is a time to be, laughing it up and he and ha when it's not. It's just disgusting.
Really mean that it's criminal in nature.
Let's see if that defense is going to work at the trial, which will be sometime later this year. This case will go from the Roseville District Court, where I'm at, to the Macomb County Circuit Court for the trial. One other note, the Elkins family in court today. In fact, the first 2 rows of the courtroom reserved for the family. Many were there, but they did not want to talk on camera, although they seem to be happy, at least with the progress of the court case. But still, they are wondering, where is Ashley? I am live here at the Roseville District Court. Roop, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Charlie, I do find it interesting. And you asked the same question to the attorney, those Google searches. This is stuff that 30 years ago, law enforcement, courts, lawyers didn't really have on their side or against them was digital evidence like this, what people are thinking, what they could be thinking, all of it possibly recorded on their computers.
And Rup, when we were in school way back when, we all learned that you have a right to remain silent when you're charged criminally. And that still exists today. However, if you Google, if you record, if you're on camera, if you make phone conversations, texts, that's you testifying. And that is admissible in every court. And in this case, despite the fact that there's no body and circumstantial evidence, all of this stuff will be seen by the jury. And let's see what the jury does. That'll happen later on.
Up for the jury to decide. But an important story, an important case with that woman's family, of course, waiting still. All right, Charlie Langton for us live tonight. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that was just a news article. News clipping from recently. That was as of last month. I didn't get a chance to get to update the case only because I've been busy with other things. So I do apologize, but I did wanted to come and update you guys with that. Also, I'm going to share some of the court information of the ex-boyfriend just to see where we are. All right, so as of January 9th, January 8th, the case was bound over from the district court to circuit court. So they had a 4-day preliminary back in August of 2025, and they were pretty much the court case or the hearing was, or the case itself was put on hold due to a discrepancy of evidence. So they pretty much had to go through the transcripts and the judge had to make his decision over the last few months, but I believe he come to that conclusion that there was enough sufficient evidence to bound the case over from the district court to the circuit court. And then he had his arraignment held on January 9th. Well, his arraignment was waived, but he's still in custody as of right now. All of this right here is just court information, witness lists, things like that, transcripts that they went through, that they were combing through. So now he had an arraignment, a second hearing on the 22nd. That was postponed, canceled as of right here. So he was supposed to show up twice, one on the 9th and one on the 22nd, but he waived his rights. So he didn't need to. Now there's a pre-trial conference scheduled on February 26th. So that will be our next date. February 26th. That's his pre-trial conference. I think at that particular hearing is where we're going to find out more information, such as like a trial date, for example, the length of the trial, how many witnesses, etc. But yeah, he is facing first-degree premeditated murder charge and also tampering with evidence. So he has been in custody. He's pretty much cooked. He's not getting out. But yeah, we still don't know just yet when the trial will start. That is something that I will keep you guys updated and posted on. I did just want to kind of give you guys that update on where we are right now with the case, and it is moving forward to going to trial. That is the most recent update. That is nothing old, but that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and you guys have a good one.